Hello, my name is Elizabeth Jackson. I am 22 years old. I am originally from Hendersonville, Tennessee. That's where I lived most of my life up until I went to college in East Tennessee, and that's where I am currently. I just graduated from Maryville College with a degree in instrumental music education, and right now I hold a position as a choral director at a school in the area. It is an interim position, but I'm very, very excited about it. I am also a member of the singing group Sisters J. The other member is my sister Lily Jackson, and we are trying to put more social conscious music into the world, positive music, music to help heal, and it's been a real blessing. We have two songs out right now, one called Clearly that I wrote that you can find on just about any streaming service, along with our song Open When. Um, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But like I said, I grew up in Hendersonville, Tennessee, um, and music has always been a part of my life. My parents raised my siblings and I on it as a way of to express ourselves, but then also just because my parents love music. My dad raised me on country music, and so I've been very nostalgic when I listen to it. My mother listened to a lot of stuff from the 80s, and then also introduced my sister and I to classical music. And that has been one of my big loves for a long time. And as a child, I was very shy. I didn't really go out of my way to talk to anybody. I was only ever really comfortable around my family or my closely knit friend group that I had had since I was really, really little. Um, and I had had trouble expressing myself as a child. I still do, but I have tools now to help to be able to verbalize what's going on inside. And so my sister struggled with similar things in just a different way. And my mother thought, well, okay, they have to get it out. So she gave us tools. She said, go draw, go write, go dance, go do something to get it out. And I will forever be grateful for those tools because it really showed me how much I love music and writing in general because it helps me process, it helps me heal, it helps me grow. And it's the thing that I love. And I will forever be grateful for that, that my parents were very instrumental in that. And that journey continued when I turned 11 in sixth grade and started in band. I chose to play the clarinet, and I still do today. It is one of my favorite things in this world, and I remember learning and playing and realizing that that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I didn't really know the details or anything. I just knew that I wanted to play music and do music for the rest of my life. And that really, it was life changing, life altering. I saw a path for myself, and from then on, I started to learn to play more instruments because I just loved to play. I would practice for 2 to 3 hours at a time just because it was so much fun. And I wanted to play in the jazz band in eighth grade, so I taught myself to play the saxophone. And somewhere in there, I started teaching myself to play guitar because I love to sing too. And with the writing skills that my mother helped me, the tools that she gave me, that was a way for me to decompress, a way to express myself. And so I would write poetry and begin writing songs. And so all of this kind of just snowballed together to get me where I am today. And in high school, I switched from public to private, and the school that I attended did not have the best or well developed band program. And so I sought opportunities outside of school to help me get to where I needed to go because I knew I was not going to be able to receive what I needed to excel because I knew I wanted to do music in college. And so, my junior year of high school, I was blessed with the opportunity to audition and was accepted into the first year of the Nashville Youth Wind Ensemble at Belmont University. And that was a really wonderful experience to meet people who had a lot of the same values that I did about music, and that really helped um, just playing as an ensemble together because we shared a lot of the same values and a desire to better ourselves for our musicianship. And that, along with the teaching from our professors, really was instrumental in the fact of getting me towards college and just doing more things. And it was a wonderful experience to be able to do that. And then my senior year, um, I had the wonderful opportunity to audition for the Nashville Youth Philharmonic at the Blair School for the orchestra. And I auditioned. I remember being terrified, but I was blessed to be a part of it and serve as the principal clarinetist on some of the pieces that we did my senior year, the fall and spring semester. And that helped me become more disciplined in my craft and help me learn so much just about um, etiquette when it came to being in an ensemble. It showed me more music that I had not had the opportunity to learn and play. It exposed me to a lot of things and helped me become more disciplined because we had rehearsals every Sunday. So I can't tell you how many Sundays I gave up. Aside from going to church every week, was also doing uh, the ensemble of the Philharmonic. And that pushed me to practice more. That pushed me to, because as a principal clarinetist or just anybody holding that placement, you have to practice. You are a role model for the other people in your ensemble. And then it was, we made some really, really cool music. I met some really wonderful people that I still have connections with, and that has helped me through college and then also in searching for grad schools and having those connections because being a musician, networking is the most important thing. I'll get back to that. But those are the things that really helped me be able to get to the college that I wanted to, and that alongside with the private lessons that I had really helped me because in my college search, I was looking for scholarships, and thankfully, there are a lot more music scholarships than I thought there were. And I auditioned at Maryville College, and I was blessed to have been to have received the full tuition music scholarship that they only give out once a year. And I think back on that, like, I can't believe that that happened. I mean, it's all God and the talents that He blessed me with. Um, and I will forever be grateful for those things because my love for music and how healing it is and everything like that helped get me to college. And and here I am now with a degree, graduated in a music position teaching the youth. And it's just, I have to stop and think sometimes and just go, wow, I can't believe that I'm here because ever since I was 11, I never would have thought that I'd be here today. And it is a choral position. I have a lot of choral background. I have a large choral background as well, because I did that in high school. I've always loved to sing. Like I said, I began writing songs at a very young age. And also, I think around 2015, my sister and I really sat down and started messing around on the guitar and the piano together because she's very musically talented as well. We were both in band together for a while, but I remember back in 2015 is when I really started to write a lot more and just sing a lot more. And I'd be like, "Hey, Lily, come sit down and see what you hear when we do this." And then we just started singing together, and it's taken off since then. We've written multiple songs, and in the year 2015, my mother published a children's book, and she met with Thornton Klein, who is a publisher and a songwriter and a musician, and he wrote 10 little songs for the book and had my sister and I record them for the CD. And that was our first experience in recording. And since then, life has been wild. We had a producer before the one that we currently work with, and we did release a praise and worship song called "You Shine Through." We were under a different name at the time, but that was I was in college, going into my freshman year of college at the time, and my sister and I got to record together, and we got to put that message of light out into the world because our I will get to that in a minute, but our like overarching goal is to just spread love and light into the world and possibly healing. That is the goal. Um, but that situation did not work out, which is fine. I think it was a blessing in disguise. And then we met Ted Perlman through Thornton Klein, who my mother works with, and um, we got together to show him some of our music, and he wanted to work with us. And since then, we have recorded two songs and put them out, and you can find them anywhere. And they've been on the Indian world charts. And I still am like, what? I can't believe that happened. To have something that I wrote and co wrote out in the world, hopefully helping other people, and just because I always say, if I can help one person, and I say that with my teaching, then I'll have done my job. And also, I will quote Dave Grohl on this, like, if you can sing something that comes from your heart to 10,000 people, 10,000 people can sing it back to you for 10,000 different reasons. And that is the whole goal, inevitably. Whew, okay, let me take a breath. So back to when I was in high school, I originally just wanted to go to college for performance. I didn't really have a desire to teach because I saw how stressed my directors were, and they just didn't seem happy. I mean, there were moments, but um, like I said, my high school didn't have the most developed program, and so coming from the program that I came from, um, I was a little more experienced, and giving that experience, I tutored a lot of the students, which was a really wonderful experience, actually. I remember one time specifically, this is the moment I realized I wanted to teach. Um, I was tutoring some sixth grade clarinets and trying to help them like properly play, and one of my students had an aha moment, and her eyes lit up, and I was like, "Whoa, that's what it's all about." And I thought I could do this if I wanted to. I love helping people and just trying to show them my passion and instill hopefully passion and love and just an appreciation for music and other people. And that's where it all started because I saw myself in that student, and I remember how much I loved music as a sixth grader and how exciting it all was. And hopefully, I know I can't do that for everybody, but I would love to do it for at least one person. And that put me on the path that I am now to study music education. And here I am now sitting in a classroom teaching middle school choir. And it's been really, really giving. It's wonderful. I learned so much from my students every day. Um, so that's part of my story. It's still being written. My life is just beginning. But back to when I was in high school, right around the time that everything was kind of unfolding with the music my sister and I was doing, and then my progression with my craft as an instrumentalist. Um, I was in an unhealthy, toxic, narcissistic relationship for 4.5 years. So, midway through high school into a little bit of college. And that really shaped me and a lot of the things that I did. And I never once stopped pursuing my love for music because that's what I've had forever. My faith and my music and support of my family and friends. That's my foundation. That's what I hold on to. But if you've ever been in a relationship of the sort, um, you know it's very hard to get out of or even think that that is an option. Um, or even see the bad parts of it. Um, but it doesn't mean that you can't get out of it or remember or be reminded or find what your self-worth is, because getting out of that, there are a lot of things that I'm still healing from that, but what I've held on to are my foundations, and that is my faith in God, the support of my family. My family never stopped supporting me in and who I am, and have always been there for me, and my friends and my music, what I do in life, and that is how I was able to get out of it, because I realized I deserved better. I deserved more than that, which can be a long process, a hard thing to do, um, but it doesn't mean that anybody can't, because it doesn't only happen to women, it happens to men as well. And my goal is to, one, spread awareness, but then also spread light and love and healing into the world, because that's what I know I needed when I was in that situation. Um, and I found a lot of that through other artists, through, well, the support of my family and friends, through my faith. But with a lot of the music that I listen to, the artists that I grew up with, listening to their stories and their expression of grief and healing, the process really helped me realize, oh, that's where I am right now, but I could be here. I don't know how to get there, but I'm going to try. And that's what helped me get through so many dark times. It's helped me grow. It's still helping me grow now, because I know I still have a long way to go. I'm just 22 years old, but I'm very thankful for everything that I have accomplished. And I hope to continue putting messages of light out into the world. That is something that my sister and I, with our group Sisters J and our music, that's what we want to do. We want to spread light and love and healing, because we know what we needed during our dark times, and we want to give that to other people. That's the goal. That's what I want to do for my students, um, through teaching music. And those are big goals, but I don't think they're unattainable. And I am not perfect. 100% am not perfect. But I have been trying to better myself in every way I can, and use the tools that I've been given since I was a child to be able to do so, to, one, help myself, help the other people around me, receive love, receive help from other people around me, and grow and spread love. And I think every woman needs that, and men do too. But for the purpose of this Women's Summit, every woman needs love and support, and we need to build each other up rather than put each other down, which is easier said than done sometimes, but overall, we need more love in the world. We need more coming together, because imagine how strong we would all be if we stood together. Um, so thank you for everything, and I wish you all so much love, so much luck, and so much happiness.